me just check real quick if sound is okay.
Stream Elements says Yadas is now live. Streaming software and game development. Game dev, looking into Unity playables. Game dev, looking into Unity play.
Good. Good. Then we can start. So I wanted to do something for the game again. Currently I'm at a cross point or a crossroads, whatever you want to say, whatever is the right sentence, idiom, whatever it's called. And I can either try out playables, see how it works, or we could try out lighting in 2D sprites, normal maps and such. Or we could try and take a look into serializable objects. What was it called? Scriptable? Serializable scriptable objects? I don't remember. One of those two. 3. And I think I'm gonna take a look at the playables just to see how it works. Wait, didn't I have it open? Yes, here. But I need like a YouTube tutorial. Unity playables. Nope. Also nope. Playable. Unity's playable graph. 60 minutes. Let me see.
Hello and welcome, I'm your Code Monkey. So Unity's most wanted feature for the longest time is now finally here with Unity 6. This is something that people have been asking since forever. Alongside it, Unity 6 also has some really awesome additions. There's a bunch of graphics features that are super easy, from around 70 FPS to over 300 to find success, but in reality, you can just go into Edit, go down to Project Settings, then over here on the Player tab, and on the splash image, over here, even on
this
games,
is just a Unity loading splash
of all kinds of objects. Yep, like that. Then let's go into our render pipeline asset.
Unity's playable director and timeline tutorial. How to make mechanism versus playables in Unity. 8 years ago. Wait, 8 years ago. Shit. Use code instead tutorial. I mean, I already like this because it has brackies in it. Also Marvel memes. I'm gonna take a look at
like this, or this. You may have the wrong approach to using the Unity animator, but what if I told you you can turn your animation window from looking like this to this? As a programmer, you can remove all transition lines and all the animator parameters and turn them all into code. I've broken this process down into 4 easy steps that you can implement in any project,
sure.
just like for one of my subscribers. Let's begin. Alright, so I've got my scene here, and if I were to press play and go into full screen, you can see I've got a chicken. He can move around, move left, move right, up and down, and he can also jump too. But of course, the one thing missing is the animations, so we're going to add that in today's video. So if I were to go to the player itself, you can see there's 4 things. There's the rigid body, the collider, the player movement script, and the animator. So the first thing we're going to do is look at the player movement script itself. So if I were to drag it over, you can see I've got, it's a very small script by the way, I've got 3 main variables: the movement speed, the mouse sensitivity, and the jump height. And in the start, I get the rigid body, and I also lock the cursor. In the update method, I get the WASD movement, I get the mouse movement, and I rotate the character depending on the mouse movement, and I also check for the jump here. And in the fixed update, I get the velocity direction, and then I apply the velocity, and I'll also update grounded. And putting all this together creates a character which you can move around depending on where it's looking at. So what is step 1? Well, step 1 is adding all the states that you need. So if I were to go to the animator tab, let's just maximize that. You can see I've only got one state at the moment, so I need to add more. Right, so I've got all the states sorted. I've got 7.
Okay, let me just do the same on our side, but let me create a new branch and we will try it out. Features, feature playables. I'm kind of worried that I'm gonna lose 2 hours for nothing, but hey, we'll just see what it is like and if it's worth to implement this. Because if it is, then why not, right? So I will create. We'll go here into player. I have a player animator already here. I have lots of. Wait a second. I don't need these, right? I don't need these anymore. Let me just think real quick. I think I can remove them. Do we want to remove them before I start the playables thing, or should I just? Refactoring should be done in a separate branch. I don't wanna think about this right now. So the way we will do this is by creating a new folder, player 2.0. It isn't really player 2.0, but whatever. That's good enough for me. I will create. Let me just check real quick what he did. He had an animator.
All the states that you need.
Controller.
So if I were to go to the animator tab,
yeah, he has an animator already there. I'll just create a new one. Create animation, or is it animation? Animator override control. What the fuck is that? Animator controller. Player. Let's see what he called it. Actually, I'm kind of interested to see what other people call things.
this one is
Smoke grenade animator. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't like things being called what they are, but if I look for a, let's go. Just want to see what the issue is with this. If you search for something for an animator in here, or is it? Where's it? Down here, isn't it? Yeah. It shows all the animators, right? Okay, so I can, yeah. You have no reason to write animator behind it, I think, actually. Only if it's an asset that can accept animators and something similar, it makes sense to write an animator behind it, because then you can define by typing animator, right? Yeah, usually you shouldn't call them what they are. Call it like not the data type or object type it is, just what it is. So player is better here. I'm gonna open it up. And he made states for every step or every animation. So basically, if I take a look into our Sprite model, this one. Oh, this is way too more. Okay, here are some of them. That's too much. I just want to see the animations. Can you like search by type? Animation clip. Thank God that works. Okay. So basically, right? Those are the wrong ones. How do can I like tell it that I only want to search in what is this? Where is this even stored? This is in the other thing that we don't even need anymore. Maybe I should clean up first. I think. That way it will make it easier for me to work. Okay. Forget this branch for now. I will go to the main branch real quick. So I can rename this one. It should be possible, right? Rename? Yep. Instead of feature, we will do this hotfix, not a hotfix, but core or chore, however you pronounce it, and animations. Clean up, animations, animation, clean up files. Let's do it like this. I'll just remove some files that we don't need anymore. Okay, starting with this shit. I don't need this guy anymore because we have a new one, right? So everything's in here. I can just delete this. Bam, gone forever. Next, animations, characters, player. I don't need any of these except the animator. I'm gonna delete all of this like that. Let me just save real quick and let me run the scene so I see that it works. Ooh, I forgot about that shit. I hope Ans removes this. Oh wait, I can just... I can... Ah, man. We need another button for that. I can just load the other scene. Because that doesn't exist in there. Okay, roll left, right, down. Everything seems to work, right? Okay. Okay, playables. Wait, no, not playables. Let me commit what I changed now. Why is it not in the other? Oh, I didn't switch, huh? I want to go into this one. I will delete this one and create a new one out of this because it would have been too much hassle to move that there now or to make it again at a branch. Just create a new one out of here. Clean up files. Great. All right. Remove a sprite file, a sprite, and dead animation clips. Sprite files and dead animation clips. Yeah, that's basically everything I did here. Just some remove is dead a sprite animation clips. Like this, right? Remove that ASPRED file and animation clips of layer. Can do like that. And we can then push that, merge it instantly, and go back to the playables task that we wanted to do. Loading, loading. Pushing. Pushing. Pushed. Create merge. Title. Clean up. Clean up dead files, whatever. They're not used anymore, so we removed them. Also, it makes the search easier, so that's the whole point. And then merge, review, squash, and merge, merge. And once it shows merged here, there, then we will switch back to main, pull it, create a new branch for the playables. And then we can continue where we left off. Update project. I think I don't need to show this again. We will just use rebase from now on. Huge. All right, and now we will create a new branch. Call it feature and playables. Playables. Great. Let's close this merge request. I think that's it. Feature playables looks good. Wait a second. Did I? characters. It's in here. I guess I pushed this already now. Well, whatever, it doesn't really matter. I guess it matters a little bit. If we don't go the playables route, I will need to remember to remove this. Otherwise, I edit a new trash file that needs to be cleaned up later. All right. Go back in here, and now we will take a look at animation clips. I don't like that these are called what they... This one. I don't like this. Chop down, chop L, chop R, chop up. Okay. Let me think. I kinda... How do I want to create the states? Create state, empty. We will try this for now. I'll just follow the tutorial and see what happens. Motion. This will be idle down, I guess, or idle up. I will go with, I think idle down. Down makes more sense. So idle down. You copy this, move it, and call this one idle L. You also just call them what they are, but like instead of idle L, just say idle left. I don't know why I did that. I think because the original file had idle LR instead of left right. I just split them up and I didn't name them. They actually are. It's kind of stupid, but it is what it is. And now we just need up. That's not what I wanted to do, dude. I just wanted to load another. Yeah, thanks. Rename this one to be idle up. Okay. So we now have 4 animations. Do I need the entry one? Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. That.
Is analyze that. You can see
It did start with that one. Okay. All right. I guess we could copy these. I'm thinking what's easier. Maybe just copy these. Move them here. And this one would be move down. Where's move? Roll there. Move down. And this one will be... I want to add everything in here now, actually. I don't even know if I need it, but... left. I want to rename the wrong. Move L. Move R. Move up. Okay. Maybe I should first rename everything and then... Oh, that's wrong. Wait a second. Okay. L, R up. That's correct. Move L. Move R. There. And then move up. Okay. I was thinking if I really want to add all states right now, you know what I mean? It's kind of a little bit of waste of time if we decide to not go this route, but I guess fuck it. Run. No, wait. Yes, we have run, right? We have idle, we have move, we have run, and we have tumble or roll, whatever you want to call it. Run down. Yeah, I think I'd rather have run down than this one. And then you go run L. I'll copy this, go in here, type this in, click, next. Run R, copy this, go in here, search, and there. And then, wait, why didn't that save? Okay, run up. And then we will have the tumble one. Oh, this didn't update again. Okay. Now rolling. And I think we will just add those 4 for now. We can still add everything else later, you know. This is just so I can see if it works the way I want it to work. If it actually helps us make the game better, basically. Roll down. Why does it not save? Probably because I changed it, but it doesn't click away, right? Roll left. There you go. And I guess I need to press enter once so I can search for it. Roll R. Copy it. Go in here, search. R, go. Then you have roll up. Copy that. Search. Go there, roll up, save. Let's see. That should be everything, right? Roll left R. Wait, this did not save again. I'm losing my mind. I don't know if I did an error there or if the system betrayed me and forgot what's happening. All right. I think we have everything now. Let me just check real quick. Move L, move R. It looks good. Okay. Let's follow the tutorial again.
Sorted. I've got 7 idle animations, all the run animations, all the jump, and a punch animation. So what you can do for each of these is you can turn looping on for all of them, and the way that you do that is go to the motion, you can right click and go properties, and you can see that this is the animation here. If I were to scroll down, there is loop time, and you just untick that. So for step 2, let's start configuring the
I mean, do I want that? How did you do it? What did you do? Did you double click it? This one? I cannot untick that though. This is like inside of the A sprite animation. I cannot change the. Does he want me to change? I didn't understand why he did that. Already confusion.
So what you can do for each of these is you can turn looping on for all of them, and the way that you do that is go to the motion, you can right click and go properties, and you can see that this is the animation here. If I were to scroll down, there is loop time, and you just untick that. So for step 2, let's start.
I mean, he said I can. It doesn't mean I need to, right? Right? Here like this, right? Properties. Oh man. There it is. Why do I have 2 of these? Like, what's happening? And yeah, I cannot change it, right? Can't change it. Whatever, doesn't matter. We will just leave it like this and follow the tutorial.
Configuring the script and start adding these animations in. So if I were to get the script up here, the first thing we've got to do is get the reference to the animator.
I mean,
now
yeah,
that we've got
sure.
the reference, the next step is we need to know what the current animation is right now. What is the animation that is currently playing on the animator?
I kind of want to create a separate script right now, just to feel it out. You know, like trying to think what I should do. How does the animation work right now, the player? Like, what? Is it just the animator that plays it? Is it not? Good question, actually. Yeah, I will just create a new script for now so I can test, you know? And maybe we should create a new scene so I don't destroy anything. Let me just copy farm. Rename it to farm playables. See what happens. I'm gonna load this real quick. Now let me think. Now that we have the scene, I want to create. What do you want to call this though? Like an animator controller? Let me ask ChatGPT real quick. Naming is hard. I don't really want to invest that much time into naming. Haven't heard this song in a long time. Okay. No, because I didn't. Let's see. Unity animation script naming. What is a good name? What is script components? Movement, health, fire, blah controller. Blah controller. Naming scripts. Controller 2, controller 1. Implementation. Okay. What should we call it? I don't know what to call it. I'm gonna just wing it. Let me see if you have any helpers. Nah, no helpers. Okay. Kind of want to create a new folder for player. But this is also not a player issue. This can be used for anything. Maybe animators? Playable.
King of Thieves Jutot says hey Yadders.
Hey Greg. Trying to find a name. I'm trying to. I want to try out the playables feature in Unity. So I created a new branch to check it out. Now I'm trying to find a good name for the script that will
King of
handle it.
Thieves Jutot says okay.
Yeah.
King of Thieves Jutot says good luck.
Okay, thank you. Guess I'll need it.
King of Thieves Jutot says D.
I will create a animations folder inside scripts for now. I don't know what to call it. I need a name for that shit. And then I will call this play animator, I guess. For now. Create C# script player animator. I just need to start off somewhere, you know. I don't really like the name. Because it's a script, it's not really an animator. But whatever. Here's the tutorial.
So I'm gonna add that as a string.
Okay, first get the animator. He got it through the get component. Okay, sure. Do that. Even though we can also just, I mean, I'm always questioning myself. Should I be drag and dropping it into a serialized field, or should I get component at the start? Kind of like get component because it's cleaner. But if you just drag and drop it, then there's no need to get it. You know, you don't need any processing power for that. Animator, get component, animator. Kind of want to use, is the try in here? Does it already exist? Try, get component, it does. I forgot how that used to work. It was like a try, get component. Oh yeah, there's like an out T component for that, right? So basically what you can do, if I remember correctly, is you can make it. I don't even know if this is a good idea, but let me just try it out real quick. Try component. Out animator. Does it work this way? Can I just do this? Sure, you don't need the brackets typing because it already knows. And you don't need any if statements because you don't want to do an else. We just do it like this. What is he saying here? Does not match rule instance field private. So it should name is animator. Yeah, sure. I can do that. What does he want now? No, I don't want to do that. Encapsulate field, remove unused fields. Why is it unused? This might be a problem. But its value is never used. Let me just try something out. Animator? Oh no, okay. So it's not a problem. Alrighty. And he wanted me to. Let me see how I deactivate that shit. Rider. Remove private. C#. I turn off autocomplete during. Sure. Please try changing settings, editor code styles. Okay, let me just move this over here for now. So, because my PC needed to restart or not restart, reinstall, my settings are gone. That's why this is not in here anymore. Editor, code styles, C#. Wait. Code style again? To do that. I don't see it in here though. Modifier. I'm fucking blind. Where is it? Line. Not in here. Cancel. Editor code style. This is the path, and then it says to go into code style again, but I don't see any code style. Modifier. I don't see any modifiers either. Editor, code style. C#. Confused. General nested statement. Parenthesis. Align similar code. No, naming. Syntax style. Maybe they meant syntax style and they just wrote it wrong. Oh. Yeah, it is syntax styles. They right underneath it, somebody commented. Syntax styles modifiers. There. And then prefer explicit, implicit, private modifier. Implicit. Yes. Safe. Thanks. Now it's not an error anymore. What else does he have here? Warnings. But what? The method is not used. Okay, we will change that soon. Chill out. Play animator. What does he say? No asset usages. Namespace does not correspond to file location. Must be animation. I don't really want to. I'm good like this right now. Thanks for the suggestion though. That does that. Okay. Back to the tutorial.
So I'm using it as a string at the moment, but you can also use an integer, and I'll get to that later on in the video. Now the first method...
Okay, sure. I think we used integer 2 in our other script. I'll need to look it up, but I think that he used integer. But I'm gonna use string for now because he uses
King
it.
of Thieves Jutot says Yaddy, your voice changed.
My voice changed. What does that mean? Like,
King of Thieves Jutot says lol.
like, did I get quieter? Wait, let
King
me-
of Thieves Jutot says
The
I mean the
video.
video.
Oh.
King of Thieves Jutot says it confused me.
Sorry. I even tried to not put it on full screen so you don't know
King of Thieves Jutot
if it's
says
me talking
haha.
or not. Current animation. What's this issue now? Does not match rule instant. Yeah, sure. Can do that.
Method I'm going to add is the change animation method. Now this method simply changes the animation. So this method
Why would you even explain what the method? It's in the name. It's in the name. I will create this change animation method, and what it does is it changes the animation. Right. Maybe I'm hitting it a little bit too much, but could have just not say that at all. Change animation. Okay. I don't know about this. This feels wrong, but he put it in there
text
too.
in a string, and it will change the animator to play this string. But
Okay.
first we need to do some checks. First we need to check if the animation that we want to play isn't actually the one that's
That makes sense. Yeah, we'll do it this way and then we'll return. Do a negative if statement here. Why is this like... Why is this gray? Redundant control flow jump statement. I don't even know what it means. But okay. Also, I think we should call it in here then. Right? Probably. We'll see. We'll see what the tutorial does.
already playing. So we check if the current animation is not equal to the target animation. Now to play the animation, I'm going to instead use animation
Wait.
because that has no transition. I'm going to instead use is not equal to the target animation.
I tried
Now,
to
play
save
the
time and then I
animation,
couldn't understand
I'm
why
not
you
going
put
to
it in
use
there.
animator.play because that has no transition. I'm going to
Alright.
instead use animator.crossfade. And what
Alright.
crossfade does is it slowly transitions from the current animation to the next animation.
Okay.
So crossfade takes in two main things, the state name and the transition duration. So I'm going to put both of those in. So I've just put an optional variable in here.
Alright. Load crossfade. What did he put it on 2.f, I think. So animation. Wait, is it animation? Or is it current? What did he do? Animator. Animator. No. Animator crossfade. Animation crossfade. That's it. Right? Yeah. Animation. I don't really like the name animation, but I'll just follow.
Yeah, and set it to 0.2 because I think 0.2 is a pretty good number when it comes to crossfade. So I'm going to put that in this parameter here. And we're missing one thing, and that is we need to set the current animation to the animation. So we're updating the current animation here, and we are playing the new animation. So we can test this out. Let's say I want to change it to the punch.
I didn't want to zoom in. If you do that though, then you might as well just use the current animation from that point on. Yes. Yep. Kinda wanna change animation. I kinda wanna call this next animation. But I'll leave it like this for now.
Punch animation. So I'm going to go over here under my start method, and go change animation, and I want it to change to the punch animation when you start.
Okay, I don't know about that, but sure. We will go for idle up.
So I'm going to go back to the Unity editor and test this out. Now if I click play, you can see that our character starts punching and I can walk around and he just keeps on punching. So
I'm starting to worry that he's not using playables, but he made his own thing. You know what I mean? I feel like run animation, cycle, punch, behavior scripts, resets, jump. I feel like this guy's just using the old animations. I think so. I think this guy just did not use Unity playables at all. Let's take a look at this video.
Today I want to take a look at one of these. This API lets you connect playable together dynamically, also scripts. The scene or provide dynamically system that uses. The first thing I'm going to do is add a few using statements here because we're going to need a few libraries. So let's import the more effective coroutines library, which is a free asset from the asset store. This asset lets you run code.
I really don't like this tutorial because it uses third-party things. Let's take a look at this guy.
Welcome back to another episode of Game Development Beyond the Basics, without needing an animator controller and an animation state. Because you don't need a state Dark Souls of the system and the outcome goes for a control that can be created at runtime by script that you can chain together for interesting effects. Built-in nodes like the animation clip playable, animation mixer playable controller running in the animator component, animation clip being processed by the animation clip playable. The Playables API isn't limited to just animation, as the whole timeline system uses it. This is how you can trigger sound playback, tie into scripts and animation jobs, and even write your own custom tracks, behaviors, and mixers. I use a system in classic Unity definitely go to Window, so let's grab the URL and toss it in. Once it's installed, find us an answer. Godspeed, H. Bonin. Thankfully, we can install by get URL, so let's
you can install by get URL, and this does not feel like the thing that I want. A second. Playables? Isn't it already in here? Not in package, Unity registry. Multiplayer, ads. But no playables? I am confusion. There already is a namespace affected. So it's already in here. I don't think I need the visualizer then. What is he trying to say?
into it years ago. Even classic half-eye, subtractive fading the screen to subtitles. There's actually a half-finished package Unity made to help visualize the playable graph. In classic Unity fashion, it stopped showing up in the package manager several years ago, even if you have enable pre-release packages turned on in the settings. Someone asked about this 2 years ago on the forums, and a Unity employee said they're looking into it. They haven't given an update on it since, so I can only imagine they're lost somewhere in the sea of office closures and layoffs, still desperately trying to find us an answer.
Jesus, okay. Playables visualizer. Playable graph visualizer. Window analysis. Looks like it is in here. Never mind. Stop opening new ones. Don't need this. Back there. And this is playable graph. This is just a general documentation. What's it called? Playable graph? Like this maybe doesn't exist anymore. At least I don't find it. Built in? Nah. Why does it have to be so complicated? I just want to use the playables thing. Can't download using. Rick, this looks a little bit like the thing you did with for the dialogue thing. The node graph.
King of Thieves Jutot says true.
Well, why is this like a... I feel like I bit more off than I could chew. You know what I mean? Like...
King of Thieves Jutot says might use the same methods.
It might. You know what I mean though? Like... I thought I can just start and it's already a hassle to start. Why? Why is it like this? Okay, there's an asset store. You know what I mean? I need like a third party.
King of Thieves Jutot says yeah, seems kinda complicated.
Why do I need a third party to visualize
King of Thieves
the fucking
Jutot says
nodes?
good luck. D.
Wait, why is there an asset store when you can just download it for free? Buy this package to support it. Okay, you don't need to buy it. You can buy it. You don't need. All right. But what's open? What is open UPM or what do you call it? Consent. Why? Install via package. All right. Wait, can I? Okay, I can click it. Let me just move this for now over here so I can copy the steps. Add a new scoped registry. Like add package? Nah. Edit project settings package manager. I'm here. How do I add a scoped registry? From this, my name. How do you add a new registry in here? Losing it. I'm losing it. Unity package manager. Add registry. Da, 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 da. Uh-huh. Dude, it's so complicated just to download the thing. What the? Why? Like why? Why can't I add new? How do you even add new ones? Wait, maybe that's the issue. I'm the wrong version, maybe. I don't have any. I don't have my registry here. How do I get a new? Use the package manager category of the project settings. So project settings. Guess is also good to know, but still, why is it so complex? There is one. Okay. And there you paste in the thing. This one. This one. And in this case, this one. And you press save. And then you press, okay, click save and apply. That's it. I see. Okay. I'm just blind. Package manager. Then you go plus, add package by name. And then you paste this, add package by name. Add. Okay. CQY. Alright, this is in here now. This is a thing. So far, so good.
So let's grab the playable graph visualizer. Unfortunately, Unity never got around to implementing zooming or panning to this graph. However, it does help give us an overview on the animation controller I set up for the player.
Good thing we are not using this one.
You can see this animator controller has an animation layer mixer, which is hooked up to an animation mixer for each layer the controller has. You can layer is or upper body override for throwing grenades. At the end of the day, what we're going to do is add in a mixer between the animation output node and the animator controller node, and then we'll have that new mixer blend between the animator controller and a new animation clip node that we're going to programmatically add. This way, we can easily blend between the animator controller and a one-off animation clip. So this is a nice overview and all, but now it's time to get our hands dirty. I'm going to create a new script called one-off animation, where we'll be doing all the logic for this tutorial. I'm going to start by clearing everything off, adding a reference to an animator.
Oh, okay. Alright. I'm gonna stand up for this. Give me a sec. Alrighty.
And creating an onValidate method to automatically populate it if it's null.
Does that make even sense on validate? I mean, I will follow the script, but I'm already questioning this. All right. He has the animator in there. It's public for some reason. I'm gonna leave mine private for now. I don't wanna. I really don't like where this is going. I'm gonna just watch for now. Just watch. Require component.
Let's add a reference to an
I guess it does require a component. I would never do it that way. I guess it's, I don't know. Let me see if that tag even works in this Unity version. Require component animator. Right. I guess then I don't need the try get component. We just go for the get component and we just remove this down here. Yep. And let's add an onValidate. Does it find it like this? OnValidate input. There's only onValidate input. Did he just... There should be a key, right? If animator... if animator is null. I really don't like it, but sure. If animator is null. Wait, you can change this. Why does it say it like this? Implicit check for Unity project lifetime. This. Then animator this. And I can remove this and remove this. I remove these two too. The current animation as well. All right.
Inspiring Seesaw says cheap viewers on streamboo.com. Remove the space at Rukia9 GVU.
I'm gonna just ignore that.
King of Thieves Jutot says ill report him.
Alright, do what you gotta do. Wait, let me... How do I... Oh, there. There. Now it's official. All right.
animation clip in a private playable graph.
King of Thieves
In
Jutot
the
says I've
start
been
method,
reporting for
you can
ants for a while
create
now,
playable
lol.
graph
And he did not mod you? You're doing this for free?
King of Thieves Jutot says he doesn't know how, lol.
No, he knows he modded me, but it took him a while till he found it. So maybe he knows now and you could ask him again.
And name it something that will be easy to find in the
King
playable.
of Thieves Jutot says you're probably the first lol. King of Thieves Jutot says sure.
Wait, what was it? Playable graph? Playable graph. Why I even went down there. Jesus. This one. That's what I want. Thank you. Why is this a different kind of pinkish? What does this mean? Alright, whatever. Whatever it means, it means. What's wrong with this? Namespace doesn't correspond to file location. Okay. I remember.
Graph visualizer in case you have lots of playables in your scene. Let's create an animation.
I don't like that, but sure. Let me just put this like here. All right. So he added a playable graph. He added a animation lip. I'm gonna just make these ones private for now because I don't know if I will need that. Then he has the onValidate and he has the start method. The start method should be first, no? Shouldn't it be like always on top? Start, update, and then everything else. And I guess graph, playable graph equals playable graph create. And in here, he just wrote the game object name. Game object name, and then he just added a minus graph. I don't know if this is a good idea. I'll just add it like this, but maybe like this without this. Nah, I'll just do the space for now and see what happens. This one is too much. Then
Animation playable output, which takes in the graph, a name, and the animator.
Why is the start? I have the same signature already declared down there. I didn't see it. Okay.
The output will be targeting. This means that the animation playable graph will output the animation data of the graph to the existing animator on our character.
What? Why is this on the start though? Okay. Playable output. Get root playable. Animation playable output. Create underscore playable graph. Animation output animate. Why is this animate? Why is this player though? Why is it? I'm confused. Animation output. Why did my autocomplete write player in there, and why does he write animation output in?
Now let's create an animator controller playable, which takes in the graph and the animator's runtime animator controller. This runtime animator controller is how we're able to grab the internal state of the animator controller and provide it to the playable graph.
And when you say it like that, I guess it makes sense, but how the fuck is this developer friendly? Like, why do I have to worry about that stuff? Why can't I just say, hey, here's the playable thing, play it? Why do I have to build everything around it? Animator controller playable. There. Dot create. Why do I have to create so much? It's like I can make this easier. And then I'm wondering why nobody did this. Why isn't it already easier? Runtime Wait, this one is underscore animator. This one's wrong. This one's supposed to be playable. Okay.
We can set the graph's animation playable output source
You know what I just noticed? Let me just go over here. That way you can see him.
to the animator controller playable and call graph.play. Now, our basic system is glued together. We're creating
Graph playable output set secure source playable. Okay. So playable output, set source playable, controller playable. Okay, and then you say playable graph play. This seems way too complicated, I'll be honest.
a playable graph that overrides the animator component on our character and then provides it the existing output from the animator's animation controller and using the animator controller playable. Effectively, we're doing nothing here. If we go back to Unity now and add our new script to the character, you'll see there's no change to how the game works. If I switch the playable graph to visualize our new graph, you'll see it looks exactly the same as a visualizer for just the animator. But now is where the fun begins. Let's go back to our script, and instead of setting the animation playable output source,
I'm confused. Where did he add the animation though? Down there. He moved the player into the, okay, got it. I will need to let me think. I'm in my playable scene. I have my player here. I have my animator on this. The player. Where is the animator? It's also on here. So on the object that has the animator, he has a script that changes the animator, right? And he moved it in there because it's public. He moved the player in there for some reason. You don't really need to do that if you have the get component, right? If this works as intended. I don't know if this on validate here even works as, I mean, it looks like it works, but whoa, that's new. Okay, I think something did change there. I don't know why, but when I went up, for some reason the backpack, if I remove this and move now, it stays that way. So something already changed because of the animations. I don't know why, but it did. I'm gonna save this for now. Go back to the tutorial.
if I switch the playable graph to visualize our new graph, you'll see it looks exactly the same as a visualizer for just the animator. But now is where the fun begins. Let's go back to
Wait, how do I add the visualizer window animation? No. Do I have to Google it? Visual scripting? Visual scripting graph? Is it this one? I'll have to Google it. What's it called again? Visual. This one. Playable graphs, visualizer. Use the and how do I look at it? Like how to use Unity at a menu window analysis there, and then playable graph monitor there. No, fuck me. In here, please. Oh, what's this? What am I looking at? Like which? Oh, that's interesting. Why is there two of them? Like, why are there two? Okay, I'm not gonna question it, but still, kind of weird. But cool that it works that way. You can look into it here. Bow, bow, bow. Pretty good, pretty good. All right. I'm gonna go to the toilet real quick. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Okay. So let me think. So far, I like it.
To our script. And instead of
but
setting the animation playable
I haven't
output
seen
source
the
to the animator controller
switching
playable,
yet.
we'll create a new animation mixer playable here, defaulted to just have one output. Let's set the animation playable output to the mixer, then connect the mixer's input 0 to the animator controller playable's output 0. This is just plugging the animator controller into our mixer, and our mixer is now plugged into the animation output.
So many words that Jesus. Okay. Graph. Player output, mixer play. Oh, there's a mixer playable there. And he moved the controller output to be down here for some reason. Okay, var. Also don't like the use of vars, but whatever. Mixer play. Jesus. No. Connect input. 0 controller playable. Whatever that means. What does any of this mean? So now I've copied everything he did. I don't know what's happening.
Output. I'm going to set the mixer's input weight for the animator controller to 100%, so it passes on all of the animator controller's output.
I have no clue what this means, man. I like it.
Now we can go back to Unity and see that once again, the game controls exactly the same. But now when looking in the playable graph visualizer, we see our new animation mixer node nestled right between the animation output and the animator controller. We're actually super close now to having a basic version of this working.
Is it this one? Hey. Has to be that one, right? Not sure, but I guess it. What's happening here? All right. Let me just press play and check it out. Nothing changed. The backpack is still in front for some reason. Oh wait. Not what I wanted to do. Okay. I need font again.
Let's jump back to the code, change the animator mixer playable to have 2 inputs by default, and add a new animation clip playable where we pass in the graph and the clip parameter we made earlier. Now we can.
This is kind of weird. I don't know what's happening, I'll be honest. No clue what's happening. So he made the mixer playable with 2 inputs. And then he added a clippable here. Clip playable. Animation clip playable. Create. Graph. Clip. I don't have a clip though. I can't use a private clip here. I need to paste it in through the serialized field, I think. I don't even know what he wants to put in there, but I guess that's what has to be done. So maybe I can just make it public. Clip, and that should be it.
Just connect our animation mixer's second input slot to the animation clip playable's first output. Back in Unity.
Nah, wait a sec. Mixer playable. Connect input 1, clip playable 0. Okay.
We can run the game and see that the animation mixer is now blending between the animator controller and the animation clip. We set the animator controller's weight to 100% earlier, which is why the connection between it and the mixer is fully visible and the one between the mixer and the clip is faded. Our next step is to assign an
I'm guessing this is the equivalent of me giving him a slash animation. Yes, can try that. Let's see. Slash down, maybe. There, see what happens. Nothing. Shouldn't the slashing animation like, or is it because the sword is turned off? It might be because the sword is turned off that it doesn't show. Nah, that's not it. But it is going through the frames. But I guess that's just the idling frames, right? It seems more like the idle animation.
animation clip to the clip field so it has something to play back. I'm going to use something I grabbed off Mixamo. Make sure.
Wait, what?
Which is why the connection between it and the mixer is fully visible and the one between the mixer and the clip is faded. Our next step is to assign an animation clip to the clip field so it has something to play back.
So he didn't even put the clip in there yet.
I'm going to use something I grabbed off Mixamo. Make sure it's humanoid and set to looping. Let's assign the animation to the clip field. Just to show it working now, if I set the animation mixer's input weight of the second slot to 100% and then jump back to the unit animation mixer's input weight of the second slot to 100%.
I think I understand.
And then
now.
jump.
Yeah. All right. So that input weight. This one is probably the input index. Is that right? What is this? Input index, correct. So if I put this on 1, it will be the second input in the mixer that is being given 100% weight, which means it will start playing the animation in the first input, which is input index 0. It should, at least, if I understand correctly. Yep, and now it plays the... Nice. I understand. I understand.
Back to Unity, you can see it looping the joyful jump on the Stormtrooper like we'd expect. While this clearly improves gameplay tremendously, let's switch it up so we can blend.
What do you mean? You did
clips
nothing. You just played the animation. How does this improve gameplay tremendously? Jesus. These are just filler texts, man. I think he might have used ChatGPT to auto-generate this stuff. Because that sounded like a ChatGPT crop-out answer.
slider. We start by pulling the mixer variable out into a private variable.
Okay, I like that.
Creating a weight variable, which I'll decorate with a range attribute to get a
I will make this big real quick so I can see. So basically he took out the mixer, this one. Wait, I don't
Nice
see it
editor
here.
visual.
There. He moved it here. Basically an animation mixer playable. And wait, I'm gonna comment this out real quick so I can rename this one. And then you can remove this var, comment this in, and that's it. I think the guy is right. We should just call this thing here graph or animation graph. I don't know. But we are in animation, so I think graph is sufficient. And we should call this one mixer, because if everything ends or starts with playable, you can just leave it out. It's unnecessary. Same with this. I don't really need to call this playable output. I'll just call it output. Right. I think that's better. Also here, I'll call this one controller. And I will call this one clip. I think that makes it a little bit easier to understand what's happening, because all these animation playable words in the code are kind of not helping. Alrighty. We added everything. I think so. And then he added a weight.
And then in update, I'll set the animation mixer's input weight for the first input to 1 minus weight, and the second to just weight. This
Why do you have a float weight variable, but you're not using it?
way, if the animation clip's weight is 75%, we'll still get 25%
Minus
of the
weight.
animator
Okay,
controller coming through. This also will allow us to seamlessly crossfade between the control.
Okay. He just added a weight variable so you can switch between playing the idle animation and playing the jump animation. Alrighty. Then do that. Public float weight. And we will add a range to that. He did. Range 0f to 1f. Like this. Let me see. And he moved this one away. I don't really want to hate on this system, but it feels a little bit too functional in a way. Like, why do I have to update my weights of an animation with index IDs? You know what I mean? Like, why? This doesn't feel very object oriented. It's more like functional programming. It's a little bit weird because it's not coupled to objects. Like, why do I have to set this to be... Why do I have to say here the first input that comes into the mixer has a weight of 1 minus weight? And the other one has the second input that comes at the index 1 has a weight. Kinda a weird thing to do. I'd rather give him animations in here, like have them in a list or something, and then just set the animations with weights. But maybe I'm wrong on this, or maybe it's worse if you do it that way.
Controller and the clip in a future step, so it's not an abrupt interruption when we start playing the animation clip. Hopping back to the editor, we can play the game and see that by default our character's animation is being driven by the animator controller, and then when I drag weight to 1, it transitions to our joyful jump.
Where's the thing? Interesting. You'll need to... I think this is the right way to do things with the playables, because now I can even activate the sword to be displayed. Like, you don't see it here. I wonder if you... Let me see. If I activate it. Yeah, see that? So I could technically, when I play this animation, say, set the sword to visible, basically. Play the animation. When the animation is finished, set the sword back to invisible. Or disable, or whatever you want to call it. Also, it's interesting. The order in the layer changes. That's kind of weird. All right. I like it so far. At first it was like way too complex, but so far it looks like the thing will be better than the old system. I'm only half there, but still. Oh, let's say like 1/3. I'm gonna make myself some tea. Be right back. I'm back, and I found tea. Alrighty.
We're getting close now, but we're still not done having fun yet. This current system has an issue that we can't play an arbitrary clip whenever we want, and when we adjust the wait to 1, who knows what time during the playback the clip will start at. We can get a basic version of this working pretty quick though. I'm going to pull the clip playable variable out into a private variable.
Okay. He lost me there a little bit, but I can make it work. Basically, this one, right? Animation clip playable, yeah. So he has a animation clip. I'm gonna call it clip. Get it there. Good. And then we can out comment this real quick, rename this one to underscore clip, remove the var, and save that, and that's it. Okay.
And then in the update, let's just check if the player presses a key, and if so, call a new function called play.
That might be the jumping then, I guess. Okay.
Play will take in an animation clip for the animation we want to play. Now let's grab our clip creation and hooking it up to the mixer code out of the start function and put that into play.
Yo, that's way too many steps at once. I'm gonna wait here.
I'm going to set the animation.
Wait, one thing at a time, dude. Slow down, slow down. So first things first, he created a play map, which is public. I mean, sure, we can make it public. I just don't understand why would you want to do that. I'm sure he has his reason. Underscore clip equals, it's up here, right? This one. Yeah, that's the I'll remove that private. I don't know if I like that it moved this down. I'm gonna leave it for now, but I'm not sure why is this. What's the problem here? Rename to, but why? Does not match rule. Unity serialized field suggested name is void. That's interesting. It's kind of weird because I think they're supposed to be uppercase every time. Also in C#. Naming convention. Public members. Yeah. I'm gonna trust my gut here and do it like this. Can I change this though? Like jump to source more. Okay, wait. Writer Unity public naming convention. Languages and frameworks Unity. My wife was an NFT. Took me. All right. Settings. But look for Unity here. Do I find some? There. Even have an option for dots. I don't really like this. It helps, but I'm gonna leave it for now. Show watermark enable. It's not in here. Under languages, frameworks, Unity engine. That's here. Not in there. Code starts maybe. Is it highlighted whatever Unity is? No. Indent size, naming. Where do I change that? Fuck. I'm losing so much time with that's just the shit. Maybe I should give up and look at it another time. There's Unity stuff here. Oh, wait. Oh. But if I click here, it highlights which one. All right. Code style. So like in Unity code style. No. It's here. Why is it lower camel case? Can I set this to upper camel case? Okay, safe. I think that's better. What's the issue here? That's the the namespace. Okay. Let's keep on watching. How do we solve that?
Animation clip's duration to clip.length. I don't think this is necessary here since we're remaking the animation clip playable, but if we were just reassigning the playable's clip field instead, we would need to do this.
Play. Where does he call play? Oh, he calls it there. Wait, it's not a play. I think he doesn't. Underscore clip. No, not play. Set duration. Clip length. That's nice. This clip length property. So that's how I could figure out when to make the sword visible and hide it again. By the length. It should work.
Now, let's set the animation clip playable's time to 0. Also, not necessary, but good to know about if you encounter bugs in the future related to these two. Let's
Okay. Guys already dumping on me some known issues and workarounds. I don't even know the issues. I know the workaround now, but I don't even have the experience the error yet. Set time 0. I don't like that. I don't like knowing solutions to problems I know the problem of. Kinda ass, because then I will just copy paste those lines every damn time in hopes that fixes the issue, even though I don't understand the issue.
hop back to the editor just to check what we've added so far. I'm going to turn off the Joyful Jumps looping just to help visualize this. If we run the game, we can see the animation mixer only has one input hooked up to it. If we press 1 on the keyboard, it will create a new animation clip playable and hook it up to the mixer. If we drag the weight to 1,
Wait, this is... Oh, where was I?
.length, but good to check wise that we've added.
Okay, stop. Where is the if? There. Because I didn't add that code yet. So down here I need an if. If input. Does it even work? Is this the new or the old input system? I'm not sure anymore. I think this looks like the old one. Play. Clip. It shouldn't clip. Okay, yeah, sure. Play clip. Clip length. Underscore. Okay, this will generate a new playable clip from clip. And then he can play it. Checking if I have everything in here he does. So far this looks okay. Yes. Alright. I'm shuffle my playlist now. Because now there's lots and lots of Moon Knight soundtracks. I don't want to listen to all of these. Okay.
So far. I'm going to turn off the Joyful Jumps looping just to help visualize this. If we run the game, we can see the animation mixer only has one input hooked up to it. If we press 1 on the keyboard, it will create a new animation clip playable and hook it up to the mixer. If we drag the weight to 1, the animation is stuck on the last frame since it's no longer a looping animation, and if we press 1 again, it plays back the animation from the beginning. This works, but it looks like I forgot to call the mixer's disconnect input method first, so it's throwing some errors in the console. Let's clean that up. Now it'd be great if we didn't have to keep fiddling with that weight slider and instead let the mixer.
All right. Okay, this is not. Input system's not there. How was that again? Need to find it out again. Unity, new input. Uh, duh, 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 duh. What's this? Responding to action. Is that one? Hmm. Input. There. Input manager? No, that's not what I want. Where was it again? Here. So interact. Use tool. Use item. Where is the mouse button set up? Is it even set up? Right button. I see. It's called use tool. Okay. Then let's see if I can hook that up too. I just want to use an action to see if it works that way. So I'm not sure if I do this right because it's been a couple of times since I've done it. But if I remember correctly, should have been like this, right? Do I need to? Looks like I can't use the actions one. Why not? There is no actions in here. How did we do it in the other pack? Yeah. there just a change run input? Looks like it, yeah. I guess in controls. Use tool. And use tool then invokes on use. It invokes this, but somebody has to subscribe to it too. Is it the use tool? Controls dot. All right. Plus equals tool. That's just the. I see. Okay. Copy this. I will need an on enable then. And I don't really need the tool. I will just call. Can you do this like this? Is that possible? I guess not. And you don't really need the clip in here either, so I do like this one now, and you can say didn't even get used in here, just noticed. Wait, it did get used in here though, but this doesn't make any sense. That this. And this one does not work. Not assignable action. But it is also a void. That'd be weird. Is it just like without the okay. I don't need this one then. Why do you always have to set the input here? Because if he moves the okay, that's kind of stupid though. Or whatever. Disable minus. I just want to test this out real quick. I press a button. Oh. Yeah, I don't need that. That's fake news. All right. Might have broken it. Oh wait, I didn't press play. Okay. Not oh, I'm stupid. Player. Okay, so yeah. Okay. I like it. I like it. I will add the last line that he said.
Mixer's weight be driven by if there's a
The
clip playing or not.
disconnect input.
We'll do this by switching the animation mixer to have only one input by default, then in our play method calling the mixer's set input count method and pass in 2.
It's kind of weird.
In update, let's wrap our input with
Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I will copy this so I can do this tomorrow. And paste it in here somewhere. Probably here. And I'm a commit it. So let's check it out real quick what I changed. We added a new play animator script, we added a new scene, we added a new folder. We have a player controller, animator basically. We have a new package that we added. And that's about it. Yeah, okay. Add a new visual, what's it called? Playables package. At beginning of playables implementation. Anything else? Add new scene for playables testing purposes. Okay. Push that shit. Okay, and I will not merge it now. I will keep working on this until it's satisfactory. You say it like that? Until I'm satisfied with it, basically. Because we're in the middle of the tutorial. I don't know where this road will lead us, but I'm willing to try it out and see how well the tutorial is and see if this might be the solution for us. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop streaming here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.